Today we continue with something that isn't usually seen on this channel, and I have nothing against it. It's just we don't have a situation where there is a possibility to review this kind of stuff. So today we're going to review and take a closer look at the Avlt monitor stand. And this, well, not a monitor stand, it's more like a monitor desk mount hand that keeps your monitor flexible, more flexible than you would be used to with your regular monitor stand that you get with a monitor, right? So right here, this is the Avlt. It goes from 27 to 45 inch single mount, and it has RGB. Of course, why not? Let's do that also, and let's add RGB lights to that as well to give that not a special look or anything similar to that, but additional ambient to it, so it isn't just regular monitor mount that looks hideous, right? I mean, after all, you're not seeing it, but this one is mounted on your table and should be at least with some additional effects, I would say. So it's quite straightforward. It's really easy to mount it and to adjust it, and you only need the USB connection to power it up. So you can most likely use your monitor to power up the RGB lights and effects on it. And the straightforward thing about it is that you have it's not a button, it's a somewhat a touch mechanism that gives the effect to the arm. So what's it all about, right? You have loads of possibilities when we're talking about movements in general about this Avlt arm, and it starts from the bottom where you can rotate it to a certain degree. Why is it happening to a certain degree? Well, honestly, you do have a cable running from the bottom here, and this is the farthest you can go. So here we go. The connection between the RGB lights is here in the middle. Let me just show you. So you have to remove this plastic cover, and it can be used to reroute any cable. Why is that? Because here at the opening at the top, you push all the power or HDMI or DisplayPort cable and push it through here, which has a nice canal, and two individual cables can run out here at the back, giving you nice slick design. So pushing it back in, the plastic cover is quite straightforward. Right here we have another cover that is easily placed. You just need to take a look where it's actually mounted, and that's all there is to it. When we're talking about some detailed specs that you need to know regarding the Avlt arm is that, first of all, the mounting. You can drill a single hole through the table, or you can just use a clamp that holds the whole thing to a surface, to your table surface. Quite easy and quite straightforward. So it comes with loads of accessories, as you can see on the table, and I'm not going to go through all of this, but I'm going to show you this, how you mount. Here we go. This is how you mount the arm, and it's fixated. This is it. This is the VESA mount, not the arm. Quite straightforward, I do have to say. Now, when we're talking about the bottom, as already stated, you remove the plastic part here, and you have 3-pin connector for the lights, which you can and you don't have to connect. It's all up to you, but they have loads of models. So if you're not an RGB lover, or if you don't like the lights additionally coming from the monitor stand as well, you can choose something else on their website, and I'll link it, of course. But when we're talking about connections, so first of all, you have 4 screws that need to go into the main base that is in L-shaped. So the shorter one has the 4 screws that you need to attach, and then for the mounting mechanism at the bottom of the table, you have 2 additional screws which go into some sort of smaller canals, and then you just need to tie them up. This will give you fixation of the arm here on the table, and check this out, I'm shaking actually the whole table. Sorry about that, but I do need to give you some idea how sturdy this arm is. And after that, you just push the whole arm to the table and tie up the clamp at the bottom. Now, here is all the instruction manual that you need. First, you're going to use this VESA mount. I'm going to give you all the specifications that you need. First, you use this VESA mount, mount it on your monitor at the back, and then just place it here. Lock the back side, and it will keep it in place. Of course, we have loads of screws and possibilities. Additional clamp here that goes beneath if you decide to drill a hole in your table, and that's all there is to it. Now, for the specs, as I already promised you, it fits 27 to 45 inch screen, so it's a single monitor desk mount which fits flat, curved or ultra wide computer monitor that go up to 14 kilos of weight with VESA 75x75, 100x100, 200x100 and 200x200 mounting holes. Your monitor must weigh at least 5 kilos, so you have a counterweight to the arm and the flex position to adjust everything and the tension and all the other stuff. So the touch control button has 20 lightning modes with breathing modes, static color modes, rainbow modes and stacking modes. So as I said, you can basically figure out a whole setup around one color that you desire to go with, and of course you have it in white and black, the arm. You can adjust the colors to your liking just by pressing the touch button here on the stand. Now the base on the table occupies only a small amount of space on your table. By that I mean 114 x 140 millimeters, and you can choose between two mounting options, as already stated, that supports 85 millimeter thick C-clamp or 80 millimeter thick grommet. The premium mechanical spring monitor arm assists height adjustment from 195 millimeters to 460 millimeters, which passes 10,000 cycle motion test, which is outstanding because honestly I've never seen those kind of specs in terms of monitor arms giving up on front. So this is really cool, and you can adjust the monitor which adapts your posture by arm extension, vertical tilt, horizontal swivel and landscape or portrait rotation. The power supply for the RGB lights is USB 2.0 Type A, 5 volts, 0.5 amperes. The arm capacity is from 5 to 14 kilos. Arm lift is 460 millimeters. Arm extend is 477 millimeters and arm swivel is 270 degrees. VESA tilt upwards 40 degrees and downwards the same. VESA swivel is 180 degrees. VESA rotation, portrait and landscape. C-clamp from 10 to 85 millimeters thickness with depth of 80 millimeters. Grommet mount is 10 to 80 millimeters of thickness, while the grommet hole needs to be from 10 to 60 millimeters. Cable management, well, basically you can reroute two cables through it, and this goes with the main cables, so power and HDMI or DisplayPort. And the whole weight of the AVLT arm is 3.85 kilos. So I placed the VESA mount here on this monitor, and for some monitors you most likely need some spacers. Unfortunately, in the package you don't get any spacers whatsoever, so you'll most likely need to think of something. It's quite easy, just go to any do-it-yourself store and find the spacers that can be quite easily acquired. Plastic ones, usually you get those in some other arms or wall mounts, and it's quite straightforward. But for this one you don't unfortunately get. And for the Cooler Master monitor that I have right here, we have 2 millimeters of some plastic sticking out, which I don't know why here, maybe for the original arm, for the original stand. In this scenario you'll need like something like that, 2 millimeters of stand. You can use those plastic standoffs just to be able to fixate it and to give that a bit of a distance from the mounting, from the screws, so it can mount properly. So just going to show you how it is easy to place the monitor here. You just push it down, there we go, rotate it to lock it. And then I guess you do need to adjust the tension here at the back, because currently the monitor will lay on the table. Let's see, yeah, exactly. So we need to adjust the tension right here at the back. So yeah, sorry about that, but the tension needs to be adjusted, and it actually says that in the manual. Let me just rotate the screen so you can actually see the main actor of the show. You have to adjust the tension. So what happens is, when you mount the monitor on the arm, if the monitor drops, this means that the tension is too low for the arm, and you need to rotate it with the Allen wrench to the plus, to the positive side, of course. And this will create the tension in the arm, being able to hold the monitor from 5 to 14 kilos. If for some reason the monitor floats upwards, this means that the tension is too high and you need to adjust the tension with rotating the Allen wrench to the minus, to the negative side. So let's see here. Oh, here we go. See, I still have free tension, so I have to adjust that, but going downwards is okay to the certain point, and then I just have to adjust the tension to the positive side, to the plus. Here we go. Let's do this. This will add tension to the arm, which will create a possibility for us to push the monitor upwards, and it will be fixated like so. So as you can see, you can adjust the height quite easily. Let's see the bottom part. Yeah, it fixates it normally, and you can adjust the rotation of it, and that's basically it. Really cool, really easy, and of course let's not forget the RGB light here on it. So I would say really straightforward. You can rotate it, you can do whatever you wish, and this will give you loads of possibility to adjust the screen to your liking, apart from the regular stand that, well, basically it's a smaller footprint than the original monitor stand that you get with your monitor, and quite easy to adjust. Of course, right now it isn't properly adjusted. I do have to regulate it with the Allen wrench to have the perfect fixture when we're talking about the position, vertical position, horizontal position, possibility to adjust it upwards and downwards, and all the other stuff. So if for some reason, as I already stated, and as it says right here in the manual, the arm tension isn't good, you do have to adjust it, which is still okay, because honestly, even in the box, it gets tied up with a zip tie, and for the obvious reason and for your security, hold the arm with both hands and try to ask somebody else to cut the zip tie so it doesn't just flex out and it doesn't expand quickly. This will protect you and definitely monitor and everything that you have around you, so it doesn't spring out because of the tension is too high. Mine wasn't tensed, so yeah, I didn't have to worry about it. But I didn't know until now, until I placed the monitor and it dropped, as you saw in the video. So yeah, I would say quite cool monitor arm, which gives you a option to actually adjust it however you wish and however you desire. This is really cool because you have an option to also adjust, let's say, it's not an immersion, because we know what immersion is and for what it is used, but you can add some glow to everything and make it look quite epic in your setup, or just shut it off if you desire not to use it. That's all there is to it, guys. Avlt single 45-inch monitor arm with RGB lights on touch here on the button. A shame it doesn't have some USB ports, which could be used quite nicely, because this right here has loads of space, but the inner part I don't think it does. That's why it has a smaller footprint when we're talking about the position on your table, and to clean it up a bit. So yeah, that's it. Guys, as I already promised at the beginning of the video, the links for the Avlt arm, specifically this one, is in the description below. And if you head over to their Amazon store, you can also check other arms that they have, because they have multiple arms coming out from the same base, and RGB, non-RGB, black, white, it's all there. So yeah, do check it out, and in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, click the notification bell. See you very soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.